Yeah, hello everyone. Good evening or afternoon, and a very hearty, warm welcome to every one of us that you have already joined us. My name is Justina Ekperegi. I'm a pharmacist by profession, and I actually graduated from the part of pharmacy called pharmacognosy, which has to do with how nutrients, herbs, seeds, seasonings, and everything, how they affect our health, how they affect our well-being, how they affect our head span. I remember explaining to you, head span is different from lifespan. Head span is how many years of those your long life you were healthy, strong, and relying on yourself to be able to do some things. I know people that are 120 that are still exercising, cooking for themselves, going to shop for themselves. There are so many around me here. And I think that is what we want for all the people around us. No matter the number of years you want to live, you should live healthily. So welcome, and I'm really, really excited to be with you. It's going to be a live broadcast, and with me today is one amazing lady. In fact, when we are looking for people that have it upstairs, that are resilient, that Allah is really speaking through them, you will be able to stand up for this lady, Chizoba Odua. Please, I want some clap on the hands for her for agreeing to do this free of charge, be able to share with us, because yesterday we celebrated Women's Day. So the men should not be jealous today. That is okay. Only the women should handle today. I want to make it great. We want to show the substance that we women, we are like aloe planted by Yahweh himself, resilient, adaptogenic. We adapt to situation, flourishing in time, even in times of hardship. Put this story behind you before we start. Imagine, just close your eyes and imagine a situation where you are in the desert, harsh, hot sun blowing you, breeze and sand blowing you. There is no hope of water. The water is so far, far, far down, and you are desperate. And then somebody comes and shows you and say, okay, if you go further down on the right-hand side, there is water. The person actually came from there and discovered water. But you are looking on the left-hand side where you are seeing water, but unknowingly to you, the one you are seeing on the left is a mirage. It looks like water, but there's no water. You see, the wise, that's why they say a well-informed mind can never go wrong. So I welcome you specially to this training. I want you to please take your paper and barrel and jot down anything you want to jot that screenshot if you want to. But at the end, you can write down all the questions you want to ask. I'm really very excited to share this information with you because they are a necessity to life. I want you to link what we are going to discuss today with what aloe vera gel as a plant is passing through, being a desert plant. But it comes out succulent. It comes out rehydrating. It comes out with all the nutrients that the body needs. It comes out with everything endowed specially by God. I want you to know that it's not by coincidence that you are here today. To be elected among the people that we have all that aloe vera gel is giving, it means that you are drinking the aloe that has passed through all the dust, all the stress, all the challenges, even worse than what Nigeria is passing through, which means, or the whole worse than what the whole world is passing through now, which means you are going to be strong like the aloe vera, and you will be able to, be prosperous. You'll be able to impact the world is part of what is happening. Like what one elderly man usually say, he will always tell you that the same hot water that hardens the egg, softens carrot, brings out the aroma of tea or blossom tea. The same thing, the harsh environment will bring out the best in you if you drink aloe vera gel every day. That is what I have discovered, and that's what I'm going to share with you today. So welcome, a warm welcome to everybody, every one of us. Please make it a point of duty to call your brothers and sisters or your relations that they must be here now. If they miss this, well, sorry, because it is better that they hear and they are better off than you are looking for money to collect, or when it has already happened, when challenges have already come and you are like, oh, what do we do? So today we are going to unlock the secret to a healthier, longer life. As a pharmacist, from the pharmacognosis session, you will see that everything I'm going to discuss with you today, they are science-backed. They are realities that we must face. Because people call it the miracle elixir of life. It is the most investigated vegetable. You need to know why it has actually bagged that name for itself, and how one company has been able to help the whole world to access it as if you are just getting it from the leaf itself. And understand this as a foundation of what you want to discuss. The truth most people ignore, most people underlook, most people think, oh, it doesn't matter, especially Nigerians. They will say it's not my portion. Oh no, that person that it happened to, sickness is not random. It is not something that just happened by luck, is their portion, or they did do one thing. No. A well-informed mindset that takes the right action at the right time. That's where we draw the line. That's where the real truth that will impact our life, who we become, the kind of healthy lifestyle we are imbibing and we are growing, or we are grooming, we are nurturing. So you cannot wish good health into existence. That's not a prayer. You are wishing it into existence. It just has to happen. It doesn't happen like that. Health is not luck, and it is not random. It is biology. It is nutrition and lifestyle. Those three, they must come together. The lifestyle will now involve what I discussed with you about life of purpose, which this company has added to aloe vera. That is an unbeatable partnership, my people. Nutrition, you cannot fight that at all. We all know it, but sometimes some of us use the fork and knife to even dig our grave. We think that as long as it's an expensive meal, there's a lot of meat, there's a lot of protein, or there's a lot of vegetable, they don't even mind how it was prepared, how it was grown, or however, as long as they bought it, it has vegetable, it has meat, it has carbohydrate. Well, as far as they're concerned, it's a balanced meal. It is not as easy as that. That's what most people don't understand. In this our generation, this modern age, nutrition is so important. I want you to know that even in the science world, in the medical world, it's so important that there is a part of this treatment for hypertension that is called DASH. Write it down and Google it, DASH. It will explain more. Time may not permit me to go into all that because we're not talking about heart health today. That's to tell you how science has actually given therapeutic nutrition a place. It's just that people play down on it because, oh, it's easier to just take paracetamol, it's easier to just take drugs and all that. No, we are not after that. Science is telling us that you cannot wish away the problem of, not eating well. It has to do with biology, the cellular process, all the critical functions that determines your health, your vitality, your rejuvenation, how you look, how you feel, how you are moving towards the healthy path in the wellness scale. Your daily lifestyle, your daily habits will shape your health destiny. That is a settled matter. What you do every day is more important than what you do once in a while. You can imagine if you leave your home for a whole year, you didn't come back to sweep, clean, or live in it. Even if you are living in it, no sweeping, no cleaning. Even if you didn't put dirt into it, you lock all the doors, you are using only AC, the house will still become dirty. That is an innate or something that is not alive. Not to talk of our bodies that are alive, we go out, we do so many things. So nutrition, biology, lifestyle, they impart, the kind of way our body will present itself. Biology, nutrition, and lifestyle is a reality check that have proven that most diseases today are not accidents. They are not. They are actually due to our choices on a daily basis. They are the long-term results of poor nutrition, toxic lifestyle, sedentary lifestyle. They are not consigned, or the body that is not receiving enough nutrient, that is not, resting when it's supposed to rest, or not resting enough, or it's not allowing the body to go through the process supposed to go through, we actually present these diseases we are talking about. You see, it is called the global crisis. It's all over the world. But those who are wise have taken the pains to create a system whereby even though you eat whatever you like when you are hungry or the rest, but you have opportunity to remove the disease-causing elements that will come as a result of that. You have opportunity to eat the ones that have been produced organically from a company you can trust. Organic, natural nutrients loaded in some products, at least the ones you can trust. So the World Health Organization reports that 70% of global deaths are linked to chronic degenerative diseases, and they are avoidable. They are preventable. They are things that you can also reverse because they were caused by lifestyle situations. They can also be reversed by lifestyle, modifications. And they include the poor nutrition, processed food, the farming status, the way we harvest, the nutrient deficiency in most of the nutrients, in most of the food we eat, the chronic inflammation that is happening silently inside the body. Because when the toxic load comes in, because the inflammation is happening inside, you are not seeing it, solely on your skin, or you think, oh, there is no problem. No, it is actually a time for us to look deep into what is happening, because the hidden danger is not what you can overlook. Because what you cannot see can hurt you. See, mosquito that you see so small kills more than elephant that is so big. So the illusion of health, many people look healthy outside, it's not what we want to continue with, especially with that announcement that Nigeria is the lowest, the lowest country, the country that has the lowest life expectancy. It's not acceptable. All over the world, yes, people are aware that things have to change. We have to find a way, to overcome these modern diseases, these chronic degenerative diseases. Many people look at health on the outside, but inside, their bodies are silently going through a lot of crisis. It's unfolding. And they think it's not a big deal until it's knocking on the door and ready to take life. That's not what we are waiting for. Because cells are nutrient dependent. And if they are nutrient dependent, it means when the nutrient is deficient, there is a problem. So the challenge will be when the cells are deficient in nutrients, when toxins are accumulating in the cells, depending on even the level of fat surrounding the liver, when the liver can no longer remove those toxins from the system to store them. Even when they store them, some people will just be doing exercises without taking, products or taking all that will help eliminate those fat-soluble pollutants. Those pollutants will go to vital organs. They can affect critical functions that determine health vitality. Gradually, even though the person is feeling weak, we will just think, no, it's just aging. Oh, no, it's because I work so hard. No, it's because there are a lot of go slow and all the rest. No, inflammations are just increasing inside people that are not listening, that are not well informed, that are not taking action. Organs are slowly weakening up. Some people just have sudden organ damage. Some people have sudden blindness. I have a young lady now that the leg just keeps getting rotten. And the only thing we recommended was just aloe vera gel and Arctic Sea. Because though at the first instance we added propolis and absorbent C, as is taking all the antibiotics, she has done operation severally, but not able to remove them. Reason is because the blood supply to that part of the body has been blocked. So no nutrients, no oxygen, nothing going to that part of the body. But once you are able to clear off the blockade, you're able to allow even the drugs, the nutrients, everything to get to that part of the body is capable of healing itself. This body was created to be able to heal itself. So that silent progression is not acceptable. Disease often develops silently for years before symptoms appear. By the time you feel sick, by the time you're having signs and symptoms, the damage may have already been too significant. That is why we want everybody to be invited to listen to what we want to share today, because we don't want it to get to that part where the signs and symptoms are so overwhelming that you need to take a lot of things, you need to do a lot of things to be able to reverse it. So reversing and preventing these diseases is a task that must be done, because the biological truth is that we all have an average of 33 trillion, not billion, not million, trillion cells in the body. And each of these cells, they are like children in your household that must be fed, that must be nourished, that must breathe oxygen, that must be hydrated with correct hydration. Because some people think it's just about drinking water. You can drink water too much and have diabetes insipidus, which is another sickness of drinking too much water. But there are fluid, liquids, things that you are supposed to take so that there is equilibrium. Dehydration is normal. You must have a process of detoxification, at each top level. You must be able to manage it well. Have a well-informed mind as per what is going on in the body so you can attend to it. Every single cell is a microscopic factory working 24/7 to keep you alive, even when you are sleeping, to keep you healthy so that you wake up, you are strong. And they all require nutrients at adequate amount. There's what we call the normal blood level for it to just maintain your wellness. Then there's a therapeutic blood level to help you to get your desired outcome if you have challenge. So these nutrients are just required at different times of the body. Oxygen 24/7, hydration, detoxification. These we should all carry out flawlessly. And for the body to be able to carry out this assignment flawlessly, we need to understand the law of nutrition. The body, because it can repair itself, is not left alone. It needs tools to be able to repair itself. When given the right nutrients, your body has that incredible ability to regenerate, to rejuvenate, to heal itself, to restore optimal function. All those critical functions that determine your health, your vitality, your rejuvenation, your happiness, your good sleep, and all will be at optimal level. And that is life. That is joy. That is real living. Cells regenerate. There are adult cells. You are hearing of stem cells. Stem cells is not something like you just go and buy, you go and take from aborted children and those one. No, God forbid. That's not how it goes. God put inside us, even as you are already old, some plants, some products that have these enzymes that stimulate adult stem cells to help you to repair these damaged cells. And you also have enzymes in some vegetables, some of the ones we are going to name today, credible, that these ones contain proteolytic enzymes that can digest dead cells, digest them, saponify them, and you can eliminate them from the system. If you don't understand how it works, you may just think, no, because you are not seeing that, oh, you have pus all over the body, or you have pain, or you have problem, you will not understand what the amazing vegetable, amazing product we are talking about is doing for you. Some people call it miracle plant because they just see that, oh, the body looks better, the skin is radiating, they look younger, they feel stronger. They just think that is all, but it is not. When the nutrients are missing, the cells will malfunction. They will malfunction. The body's repair mechanism breaks down, leading to a cascade of health problems. And depending on the area you are genetically predisposed to, you will see the disease manifesting. But even if you are genetically predisposed to a disease, you can prevent it from happening by making the right choices. The choice is ours. Nourish or neglect. It's up to you. Even what I'm discussing now is up to you. You can take action and you can ignore. But when the body also decides to ignore you, it will remind you, oh, you were told about this thing, but you didn't think you should take action. So please, cellular function deteriorates over time when these nourishments are not adequately supplied. So I'm quickly going to go through 20 science-backed ways that poor nutrition destroys health. I want you to take your time, screenshot this so that you will remind me or remember in case you have any question, any area that I'm not covering. Because there are a lot of them, but I took the most important 20. They are science-backed ways that poor nutrition can destroy health. It doesn't just make you like gain weight or make you obese or make you feel tired or make one eye to be paining you. No, it affects every system in the body. Let's go through at least the basic 20. Screenshot this. I want you to remember this every day so that you will know that someday God used somebody to let you know that something like this was happening inside the body, even if you are not aware. 20 of them: increased risk of chronic disease, weak immune system, low energy and fatigue, poor brain function, mental health problems, slow metabolism, nutrient deficiency syndrome. Yes, it does happen. What they call nutrient deficiency syndrome is like sometimes you just wake up. There are a lot of them, but I want to describe this one that is called postural hypotension. You just get up from a place, everywhere just look dark. This then within seconds, you just shake yourself, you are okay. It's just a nutrient deficiency syndrome. It's called a postural hypotension. It's not going to harm you immediately, but it's telling you that about 120 days ago, because the lifespan of every red blood cell is about 120 days. It means 120 days ago, you didn't take the component like B12, folic acid, enough of iron, enough of all those nutrients that will help build red blood cells, pack red blood cells. I'm talking of the real cells that will carry oxygen to different parts of the body. So those signs can be seen, and then you say, no, it's not my just work. Oh, I'm just tired. I'm just weak. You just wake up from sleep. You feel lethargic. You don't feel like doing anything. And you're like, it's just normal. It's because I'm getting older. It's because, no. Those things are nutrient deficiency syndromes. Or you're having fertility problem that cannot be explained. You don't even have fibroid. You don't even have infection. You don't have all your hormone, everything, they are balanced. But you notice that you just can't get pregnant. Or even when you have all these problems we have talked about, maybe infection and all the rest, is because you have not been taking enough nutrient to protect yourself. I was telling somebody the other day that developed cervical cancer. You attended my training some years back, according to her. That's why she was not calling. If now she can do something to reverse the cervical cancer. She said she attended the training where we talked about how men are carriers of the papillomavirus. Women, you have to go check yourself from time to time, especially in these days where you have a lot of men doing, you need to protect yourself. And we talked about what you can do and how you can protect yourself, but waiting for the signs and symptoms. So it's not just about fertility alone, but everything that cares for the woman should be taken seriously. Weak bones. You see some people ordinary, playing with grandchildren. They are like, oh, I should be careful so I won't break bone. No, your bones should still be strong. It's not by just exercising. No, you need the nutrient that will give you the good, strong bones. As you are taking the calcium or nature meal, you need vitamin D. You need all of them put together that will help you have strong bones, that will help you have strong teeth, so that even as you are getting older, you can still enjoy those chicken or meat things that you want to chew. And your vision also, you can see, even as something going to 70, I don't have anything to do with glasses. And, every time I check it, they're like, oh, perfectly. Some people can say, oh, it's a gift. Yes, it's a gift from God that it should be maintained. Health is a gift. Sickness is as a result of carelessness, procrastination, and sometimes some of us just think it's not my portion, we can wish it away. Sometimes disease, kidney problems, liver damage, reduced quality of life. Even the money you say you are pursuing, you want to make money, that's why you don't have time to attend presentation. You will be surprised that you don't have that quality of life. You cannot even make that money. Today, I thank God we'll be able to put together how we can combine these lifestyle changes, this business together, and you'll be able to make enough money to get the products even free of charge. Take as many as you like. See products I take. You can see them. I don't bother about how much it is because it's not since I am doing the business of them on a daily basis. Once every 4 months, once every 3 months or so, 4 times a year, I still do the C9. But you can access them, take them as much as you like if you also do the word. You say, he that does not work should not eat, which means for you to eat, because this is the new nourishment, if you want to be healthy, doesn't mean you won't eat the normal food and all those ones, but you will eat the ones you know are going to help the body stay healthy, stay strong, live lifespan to the full. Respiratory problem will not be yours. poor physical performance will not be yours. You'll be able to play. So I'm going to quickly go through all these 20, but I'm going to actually rush through them so that every one of us will know that these are science backed. These are researches that have been discovered. Because if the person is having risk of chronic diseases like heart disease, diabetes, cancer, dementia, there are so many. We can't finish naming them. There are so many. But I just mentioned these few. Think of heart disease. If, let's say, you are not taking anything that contains omega-3 to clear off the plaques that have been formed, then blood vessels are blocked. The heart muscle is not receiving enough oxygen. The heart muscles can die. They call it atrophy, and that damaged part can no longer pump blood, and you can discover that that person will start having heart problems. If the veins also have, particles of food, maybe because the person is not taking aloe vera gel to clean up the digestive tract, but just keeps eating from time to time, the belly is so big, and the person from time to time gets some of these food particles into blood vessels, and there are lumen irritation, and blood clot happens inside the veins. The person can also have all those kind of stroke or blockade, especially if those parts of the, plaques that have been formed, or the part of the blood clot that have been formed, breaks away and block a smaller blood vessel. We are not, in fact, diabetes is all food related. We all know that. In fact, somebody once said maybe that's why it was food that was used to tempt the Adam. That was why food was the first problem the Israelites had. Food was the first temptation of Jesus. Food. We have to be aware that the food was meant for us. We were not created for food. It's not about enjoyment. What you are enjoying, it's not that you will not enjoy all this. I enjoy baking with this, making smoothies with this. You enjoy it. But make sure it contains the body healing tools. Diabetes is not about sugar. It's not about carbohydrates. It's not about fat, even, or it's not about being big. There are a lot of people that are slim, but they have diabetes. But the onset, you don't know until years and years after. A lot of us have pre-diabetes, even have diabetes, we don't know until maybe one organ has been damaged, or luckily by chance, the person just does test. Because it is when the insulin is so high, and because insulin is pumping up, it's reducing the blood sugar. You can just do your blood test and the sugar is low, 5.1. You say, oh, I'm very, very okay. But you might not really be okay, because the insulin is increasing. Unless you now go and do that test that will show the past 3 months how your insulin has been performing, that will give you the correct situation to know if you are pre-diabetic or not. Because you can be eating a lot of sugar. I see all the sugar or whatever I need, especially in North America. Yes, there is sugar in almost everything. Even their chicken, they use sugar to fry it and all. What I'm saying is that if there is no metabolic dysfunction, there is no problem with eating your food. That is not to say you should be eating too much sugar and all the rest. No, because it can, spice of sugar is what has caused the problem. But the insulin resistance can actually be restored, can be reversed through lifestyle modifications, not to talk of cancer. We have discussed that a lot. When there are damaged cells, no antioxidant, somebody is going to the gym, somebody is exercising, somebody is trying to live a healthier lifestyle. He didn't even detoxify, he didn't take antioxidant, he's just exercising. Those damaged cells are going to replicate, and you start having swelling or having some challenges that are, cancerous. Some people keep using all these antiperspirant. I don't want to sweat. God say we should sweat, eliminate waste products. And this is where it's concentrated. Now, when you block them, it's so close to the lymphatic nodes that it's supposed to help you with your detoxification. You can see the danger there when these toxins are not allowed to leave the body. So we have a lot of risk with all the chronic diseases, especially with the brain. Sometimes people can't sleep well. They say it's just insomnia, it's just stress, but it just goes, oh, I didn't get home on time. BP comes in, they start taking drugs. No, nutrient deficiency, because gradually dementia, Alzheimer's disease, and so many other things will come in. As you are growing older, some people will say, oh, I can't even go back to school. No, there are people that went back to school at 60, 70 something, and they still made their degrees. Though school is no longer in vogue now. But when you think of it, you see that some people just go back to the house to say, oh, I forgot my keys, my office key or my locker key. They get to the house, they say, oh, why did that come? All those small signs and to tell you that you should do something. There are nutrients, body healing food that you can take that will restore it. Then this nutrient deficiency can begin at the cellular level. It can decline to organs, compromise systems, compromise critical functions that determines health, vitality, rejuvenation, longevity, and all. Chronic disease develops gradually. It is not one day. You can have weak immune system due to, inability to take those nourishment that will boost the immune system. We want to correct all these ones today, because the truth is that the body becomes vulnerable to viruses and bacteria or fungal infection in a way that you will not be able to understand. You will think it's about antibiotics. They said in the presence of strong immunity, antibiotics are not necessary. And when the immunity is weak, antibiotics are of no use. That is why HIV is having challenges, because it's no use. This is why poorly nourished people get sick more frequently, and it takes longer time for them to recover. That is the truth. That is the vulnerability. So frequent infection is not normal. No, slow recovery is not normal. Increased severity is not normal. It is time you take action. You know what is going on. Having low energy, feeling lethargic is not normal. The energy connection, your basic energy level must be maintained. Your own is to know when cells lack nutrients. And we are telling you, depending on what you do every day, when the cells lack this nutrient, these diseases can present themselves. The body cannot produce energy efficiently anymore because the nutrients have been lacking. Every cellular process requires specific nutrients to generate the ATP, which is called the cellular energy. The mitochondria, which is the energy, or what you might call the powerhouse of every cell, plants or any living thing, needs the vitamin B complex, all the vitamin Bs. It needs magnesium, needs antioxidants constantly to be able to function, so that you will be free from fatigue, you'll be free from brain fog, you'll be free from low productivity, you will be agile, you'll be active, you'll be filled with vitality. Solution is that the nutrient-dense food to restore your natural energy must be taken on a daily basis. The brain function also needs nutrients. Nutrition affects everything. Essential, very important for the brain are the omega-3, vitamins, minerals like nature me, antioxidant like the aloe vera gel, all the Bs. You need all these ones to be able to, help the brain function normally, to be able to concentrate, to be able to, process information, make the right decision, and make your life better. Your mood stability depends on vitamin of the B group. You have to make up your mind. Some people used to say, when women are in so position, depending on their cycle, these are the it is because of the vitamins you are losing. So make sure you have them at optimal level, so they don't even disturb your life. So your brain is what you eat. You are physically what you eat. These are things that we need. If you don't take them, mental health problem will start, because there is the gut-brain axis that defines who you are, how you think, what you say, how you react, how you handle situations, your irritability and all depends on that gut-brain axis. It is known from the medical world or from the scientific world that the cell that divided into two to form the brain was the one that also formed the gut. So they are like twins. Anything happening to the gut will also affect the brain directly. Research shows that this strong link between diet and mineral, what you absorb from the intestine, will actually affect the brain on the long run. So what you eat directly affects the brain chemistry, affects your emotion. 95% of serotonin, what you call the happy hormone, the hormone that helps you to relax and sleep well and enjoy life, is produced in the gut, which means you're removing what the body doesn't need and giving the body what it needs, at this stomach level during your gut, during your gut system or during your eating situation is very, very important. So if you want to avoid depression, no matter what happens to you, you want to avoid anxiety, you want to avoid mood swings, it's not about alcohol, it's about taking the right nutrient at the right time. So inflammation caused by poor nutrition can directly affect the brain chemistry, disrupting neurotransmitter production and the balance. So it's up to you now to correct it with a product, because it's not just about stopping, or wishing away all these challenges of anxiety, depression, or mood swings and all. It's for you to take those products that will help the neurotransmitters to come back to normal. We have them all packed up when you are ready. Slow metabolism also. Metabolic dysfunction can easily be corrected. I've told you, depending on how long they've been in the system, it takes between 1 month to 3 months for most people. Though I've seen some people, even in that less than 1 month, they were able to use lifestyle modification, all in a pack we can recommend to you. So remember, the bottom line is that the slow metabolism leads to weight gain, leads to fat storage, leads to fatty liver, and even if you are not fat, you can have difficulty in burning off those organ fat. You can see goat and cow, they eat only vegetable, they eat only plants, but when you cut them open, you see the fat surrounding the visceral organ. So visceral fat is actually very, very, very damaging to the human system. So even with exercise, you see the metabolism can slow down, weight management can be very, very difficult. But once you start by detoxifying, removing all those, visceral fats, and you are able to come back to normal, you see the metabolic dysfunction will give way and you will be healthier and stronger. So you can also have the nutrient deficiency syndrome. I explained it at the beginning. Iron deficiency, we all know, can lead to anemia. Vitamin D C deficiency can lead to scurvy. Vitamin D deficiency can lead to weak bones, can lead to inability to metabolize sugar very well. It's happening all over the world now. People lack vitamin D so much. So it is important that wherever you are, if you're having problem with your sugar, Nature Mint and vitamin D, Absorber D, it's very, very important for you to take on a daily basis. Millions suffer from hidden deficiencies. Many people are deficient in all these essential nutrients. They don't realize it until signs and symptoms they are coming up, and then it's more difficult to handle. Studies show that a significant portion of the population lack adequate level of key nutrients, and that is where we come in with what we want to showcase to everyone today. The repair process is actually a challenge for most people. Some people will have very small wound and the wound will refuse to heal. Nutrient deficiency is the challenge. It will delay the recovery period. Even when somebody has ordinary malaria, two people have the same, maybe 2 or 3 plus in the blood. One will recover in 2-3 days. The other one week is still moving from hospital to hospital. The difference is in your makeup. You make up now in terms of nutrient, what you do every day. Chronic inflammation that causes pains everywhere, that will cause silent killer diseases that are affecting vital organs of the body. They are the root causes of many diseases, and we must start to handle them right now. Poor nutrition will fuel chronic inflammation. I told you the other day that inflammation means when a toxin is injected or is inside the body in any way, whether it's injected, whether it's applied, whether it's inhaled, however, but it's inside the body, whether it's in the blood, whether it's in the muscle, whether it's in any vital organ, but it's inside the body. It's just like mosquito biting you, because that one is on the skin. You will see inflammation on your skin. That one you can see with your eyes. But the one happening inside the body, from what you inhaled, all those Okada smoke, generator smoke, and all that you have been drinking, different brands of all those, drinks that are causing internal inflammation. You don't see them, but they are silently killing the body. Inflammation from food like sugar, trans fat, processed food, refined food. Oh, you work so hard, you don't have time to cook. You just go around and eat all those seasonings that will make you even addicted to the food. It's causing major problem today. So poor skin, poor nutrition leads to multiple skin problems. You don't wait for the signs and symptoms. Even if your skin is smooth and clear, you can still have challenges happening inside of you. Like I mentioned before, fertility problem. Every one of us should think of how, even if you are no longer having children, your hormones should be balanced, so that even post-menopause, you are strong, you are healthy. It's not about menopause, it's about how you handle it, So hormonal balance, nutrients are the building blocks for your hormone production. And how do you get these nutrients? We'll be talking about it soon. This time I'm talking about the 20 science-backed, ways that poor nutrition can affect or destroy our health. Another one, the weak bones, you have to build strong bones. But weak bones like osteoporosis and fractures can happen when you don't have the vision problem. Nutrient is the major culprit. There are a lot of them in all the food, but because of the way the food or some of all these nutrients are being, accessed, it's no longer getting to the body, it's not getting to their site of action. You have cataract, macular degeneration, vision deterioration. Don't wait for these signs and symptoms. That's what we are saying. Excuse me. I've been talking a lot of free radicals. I need to settle them. That is how it works. Take your aloe vera gel from time to time to help you with all these nutrients, to help you remove the, degeneration. Like the gut health we talk about, to link with the brain, you need just a dose of the, product that will give you all the nourishment to help your gut to function at optimal level. Some people used to call the gut, when we were in school, they would say it's called gut zoo. It's like a zoo. The microbial flora is arranged in different ratios. Anytime you take drug, anytime you drink anything like all these carbonated drink, or you eat anything that is unhealthy, all these seasonings and all, they disrupt the microbial flora. If it was maybe E. coli to any other microbial, it's supposed to be 1, 2, 3, it will now become 5, 1, 8. And that can be a major problem in the digestive tract. That's what we're talking about. Learn to rearrange the microbial flora from time to time, because there is no way you can run away from it, from what we eat, what we drink, and what we access. Kidney problem, in fact, kidney failure is becoming a challenge in all over the world, but Nigerian own is something else, especially because we don't even have, enough doctors, enough of the, the machine to help filter out all these toxins from the system. We should protect our kidneys. It's capable of actually regenerating or protecting itself, but toxic overload, dehydration, high blood pressure, and so many other things causing the problem that we know kidney failure is inevitable for people who are not able to access all the information we are giving today to help you prevent. And of course, if you already have small of the challenges, you can reverse them. So over time, this can contribute to kidney disease if you allow the toxins to remain there, or you allow the blood pressure to remain high. Kidney regulates the fluid balance, but we need to help it to do that. Liver damage is causing the big problem, because that liver is so essential. It's able to, God so endowed that liver that is able to regenerate itself fast enough to help the body. But fatty liver that you are not seeing, the fact that you are slim doesn't mean that that liver is functioning well. You can see slim people are having diabetes. Why? Because it's not able to allow the insulin exchange, that cycle, to take place normally. Time may not permit us to go into that detail, but just know that it's not about being overweight, but you can have fatty liver, you can have liver inflammation, you can have liver cirrhosis, damage of the liver, even if you don't drink alcohol. Even if you eat only fruits, you are a vegetarian, you can still have this challenge if you don't, imbibe the lifestyle modification in complete mode. You can be doing some things right, but one or two things. That is why we are here today, for us to understand what are the necessary things. What do we do? The liver becomes overwhelmed by toxins, but what do we do? Poor physical performance. You cannot run, you cannot jump, you cannot enjoy life like others, you cannot exercise. Athletic performance is poor. Some people develop cancers and different health challenges because as they exercise, they are not taking antioxidants to nullify the free radicals that are generated in multiples. Reduced strength is happening, decreased endurance, like I was stating when we just started. Resilience, adaptation. It's not about who is so looking so smooth, looking so beautiful, or who is so well packaged. No, it's about you, what to do or what to take on a daily basis. It's about the core substance your body is made of. When the person is not able to recover fast enough, performance means metrics here. It's science. It's all about science. Your performance is dependent on what you do on a daily basis. Every aspect of physical performance is dependent on the amount of lean muscle you have, because it's in the muscle that you have, that mitochondrial function for you to be able to produce enough energy. So maybe another time we'll talk about the respiratory health problem. Nutrition affects lungs, tissues, inflammation affects the lungs, and whatever you take can cause either inflammation or cause the lungs for you. So the ability to fight all these respiratory infections also depends on what you are eating. If you're not sleeping well, don't take it for granted. You need to know that sleep is affected by what you eat. It's not about taking stimulants or taking sugar or taking hormones or trying to look for pills to help you sleep, because if you take all those pills, as you grow older, you are going to have a lot of health challenges. You are going to be dependent on this. So it's better for you to reach out to the doctor or do the right thing at the right time. Sleep friendly product like magnesium, tryptophan that you find naturally, avoid the caffeine, especially when it's getting to the evening time. Quality sleep requires proper neurotransmitters that nutrients can provide for you naturally. This depends on amino acids, vitamins, minerals, trace elements that we can put together, and we decide on what to do. Now the solution, the pathway forward. Simple. One important, amazing product that people are giving different names. I know in some areas they call it the miracle plant, they call it potted doctor because it's legendary. It's been thousands and thousands of years. It's in almost all the holy book, or everybody's discovered it. But do you know that in our modern age, this aloe vera gel is the most researched vegetable? It's an ordinary vegetable, but imagine a vegetable that prospers and flourishes in a desert where, God, you should listen very well. There is harsh weather, there is dust, there is sun, there is heat. Everything that will make plant not to grow at all is what you have in the desert. And this is the plant that grows in that environment. What does it tell you? Because especially endowed, according to current scientific researches, especially endowed with nutrients, vitamins, minerals, trace elements, antioxidants, polysaccharides, alkaloids, saponates. In fact, everything that the body needs. And the amazing thing is that science discovered that each of these nutrients potentiates each other. They have what we call synergistic effects. The effect of all of them put together is much in multiples more than if they were to, like, if you take vitamin D on your own now, and you take maybe vitamin C and you take vitamin A, they are individuals, so they have their benefits. But when you take all of them together, the way God has put it together in this amazing product called aloe vera gel, which a single company for 48 years has been in the leadership role of this ever expanding industry to make aloe vera available to you as if you are just opening the leaf and just licking it. A unique co-stabilization process so that nothing is missing at all. It is nutrient dense, antioxidant. It is known now that aloe vera gel is the most powerful single source antioxidant. Antioxidants are usually reckoned in terms of ORAC value, ORAC. That is oxygen radical absorbent capacity. The capacity of a product or a food or a nutrient to be able to overcome the free radicals. Oxygen, you remember antioxidant, oxygenation, the side effect or the bad effect of oxygenation. That is, if a substance or a vitamin is an antioxidant, it is rated in that ORAC value, oxygen radical, free radical absorbent capacity. Aloe vera gel is known all over the world as the most powerful single source antioxidant power. Is the, at least all of them put together. Detoxification, anti-inflammatory, cellular hydration, all in this pack. Adaptogenic properties. What it means is that you can have irritable bowel movement. You take a low dose, like 2 tablespoonfuls 3 times a day, it will handle it and stop the irritable bowel movement. What I mean by that is that, anything you eat, you want to go to the toilet, have it running stomach, you don't want to feel disturbed and the rest, take little dose, it will stop the irritable bowel movement. And in the same vein, do you know that if you have constipation, that's you'll not be able to go to the toilet one whole day, or even 2 days, or even 3 days, just take a lot of this aloe vera. If you can afford it, finish 1 bottle. My people, do you know you will go to toilet freely, cleanly, and it's not going to start eliminating minerals from the body like where you are taking pod? No, it's self-limiting. It will help you clean it up. That's what we mean by being adaptogenic. You know, it is enzyme load. Sorry about that spelling. And the gut health, like I told you about, you know, rearrangement of the microbial flora. It is filled with saponins and lignin. Lignin helps with the selective permeability. That is, it's almost like a doorman. He will look, oh, this nutrient is needed by this, we open the door. Oh, this nutrient is a toxin, we close the door. That's what you call lignin. They are alkaloids. Saponins, in fact, saponification is the making of soap. So when I say saponin, it means something, the only substance apart from the bile you have, and when the liver is compromised, you can no longer eliminate all those fat-soluble pollutants. But when you take aloe vera gel, it will help you saponify those fat-soluble pollutants, and you can easily eliminate them as you drink water. That's why we always say when you drink aloe vera gel, always drink your water. Also, your immunity. This is the system, the product that boosts your immunity, regulate it, and make sure that there are no, you know, disease-causing elements in the system at all. It is one of nature's most powerful, nutritious plants. I told you, see where it is coming from with all the challenges. It means that if you have challenges that seems to be surmounting, whether it is physical, financial, material, whatever, like aloe planted by Yahweh himself, this is the only species among more than 300 species. This aloe vera barbadensis miller is the one that has the capacity to handle all the situation. You can imagine such a plant in that desert is so succulent. It's so filled with minerals, vitamins, trace elements, antioxidants, cleansers, and it is endowed to be able to give you your life back, to give you your head back, to give you your head span, your longevity, everything back, even if you are genetically predisposed to any disease. So for thousands of years, one plant has been used for healing. Ancient civilization recognizes extraordinary properties and have been using it. Kings have fought themselves because of, you know, a woman using it to bath and is able to rejuvenate and shrine. And most of us who also discovered it, we have been using it and we have seen the results. So amazing. Somebody asked me as a pharmacist, you are promoting it. It's what I have seen. Experience is the best teacher, especially when it is backed by science. You see the active ingredients, you know the mode of action, you know very well that these are the things you also recommend for people. Well, when they are put together and they have synergistic effect, they are able to potentiate the effect of each other. You have a wonderful plant in your hand. Ancient cultures called it the plant of immortality because of its remarkable healing properties. Some people call it potted doctor. In ancient Egypt, they call it the traditional Chinese medicine. Native American, in fact, different tribes have different names for it, especially in those areas close to the desert where they can have it easily. The miracle elixir is what we are introducing. We want you to reach out to every family. This news or whatever has been said that Nigeria is in the bottom, is the last country in that life expectancy, you know, graph. It's not acceptable. And there are simple things you can do. Reach out to as many families as possible. Give yourself a target. 20 to 30 families will drink aloe vera gel because you are able to do the demo for them. I want you to reach out to the internet, get the demo, John Ekpereji demo on aloe vera gel, and see how the antioxidant effect, the cleansing effect, how powerful it is to help the body rejuvenate from inside out. Why it's able to do what it is doing. This is the age of science. Science is observational knowledge. So comprehensive support is what you have with this aloe vera gel. And if you can't have it FFP way, you can never have it at all because it is known all over the world as the aloe vera company. Not only because we won the Aloe Science Council of Approval first and we have maintained it for years, but scientifically formulated, for all that we have discussed today, for the gut health, detoxification, immune function, nutrients, deficiency problems, cellular hydration. You all decide today that you will self-lead order. That means you will start taking it every day. Take it for 30 days. You will see people will start commenting, you are looking younger, you are looking brighter, you are looking beautiful, you are looking good. Even you will start seeing the burst of energy, the vitality, you think better, you will be able to make more money. It's penny wise powerfully for you to say, oh, it's expensive. Better soup na money killer. You will be able to live better because you will now have even that brain function to make more money, to live better life, to assess situations better. The critical connection between the gut and the brain, I already explained it to you. So the gateway to health through the digestive system, through restoration of the gut health, the brain function, the immune function, the rehydration, removing any disease-causing element from the system, through absorbing the nutrients you actually need from the gut, so they're able to get to their site of action very well, is starting your day with aloe vera gel every morning. So we are different because we are uncompromising when it comes to quality. You can see all the gold, all the medals, all the approval that we have won all over the world, including NAFDAC. I remember the NAFDAC person came to investigate our business for approval. I was there when she gave her speech. She said, I investigated your product to the minutest details. I was so impressed. I love that word. As a pharmacist, I was so carried away because she too, being a pharmacist, saying this to us was really, really amazing. So 48 good years, it means it's not a joke. We have already mastered it. We have biohacked what it is for you to rejuvenate from inside that and become healthy. So it's stabilized aloe vera gel, rich in nutrients, free from harmful preservative, no single artificial preservative, no. All of them are nutrient things, food, plant that we eat, Even when we have our berry nectar, forever freedom, the ones that be flavored, they are also flavored with natural, compounds to help you heal the joints for those who have joint problems. Then for women who want to protect their reproductive system, we have the berry nectar. And then for children and those who want to protect their lungs and respiratory system, we also have those ones that will now fortify them with the active ingredients that restore those organs back to normal. So it is from soil to plant to products to you. We own everything because we don't want anybody to put any of the things that we don't want in between. So you can trust us because the whole world, in 140-something countries of the world, have trusted us. You can see the NAFDAC, the Creatio, the Aloe Science Council, the Halala, the Jewish Seal of Approval, all of them. In all these very strict countries, we are well recognized, we are well respected. And of course, if you want to have anything good for yourself, you should go with the best company. The goal of this nutritional system is to support the body to heal itself from inside out. Remove disease-causing element, remove what the body doesn't want, and give the body what it needs at the cellular level. This comprehensive nutrition system works on multiple levels to restore and maintain optimal health. Your own is the what? Detox, restore your gut health, improve absorption, strengthen immunity, rehydrate, remove free radicals, and we are inviting you. Your journey starts now. All you need to do is to reach out to the person that has invited you here today. And if you're already with us as one of the business owners of this aloe vera gel, all you need to do is to reach out and make sure you buy your own that you're going to take throughout this month. As you're taking it, you're also reaching out to people on a daily basis. This statement that the life expectancy of Nigerians are just too low, we cannot assess medical situation, but you can at least take charge of taking care of yourself. Stay connected with us for ongoing support and guidance. We have a WhatsApp group where you can reach out to us, where you can join us. If you have questions, you need directions, or you need a particular desired outcome to restore you know, your wellness, depending on where you are in the wellness scale, just reach out to the person that has invited you here and join our Aloe Drinking campaign platform. It is exciting, it is relationship, and like I said before, this resilience that you are building will also make you understand that yes, you pass through these trying times and you come out victorious because you're making the right decision. Your health is your greatest asset. Remember, do not ignore nutrition, which comes completely packed in aloe vera gel. Every meal is important. It's an opportunity to nourish the body. But if the digestive tract is clogged and you cannot have optimal absorption of the nutrients you are taking, it is no use. So your future depends on it. The choice you make today will shape the quality of life you will have tomorrow. Invest in your health, invest in your life. You are worth it. Self-love is important because when you say love your neighbor as yourself, it means you must first love yourself. So the first step is for you to reach out to the person that invited you. And if you are here as already an FBO, reach out to as many people as possible until you have 20 to 30 people that are drinking aloe vera gel from you. Connect with us and we'll be able to see you through. The next session will be by my big sister, Sister Odua. I told you today is very special because we are launching the aloe vera gel. This was going to take a little bit more of your time, but we will soon be done. As Sister Sister, if you are getting ready, I will stop the screen sharing so that she can share her screen. Sister Odua is a manager in the business, an amazing lady who you will hear from. I don't want to preempt her, I don't want to, but I want you to know that she's an amazing lady. She's a forthright sister. She's, you know, God-given talent in our generation that we should not look down. Please, I want you to put a lot of clap in the chat box to welcome her. Let her feel welcome. She's one of our key leaders, very supportive, a very, 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 will I call it epic or radiant lady that, you know, you don't meet on ordinary days unless God order your step. This is how you meet such people. So sometimes I'm very excited that God has allowed me to do FFP, so I meet amazing ladies. So are you ready, my beloved?
Very ready.
Oh, okay. Let me stop screen share so you can continue. Okay, please share your screen.
Okay, good evening, everyone. I'm happy to be in your midst today. Good to have you all tonight. Thank you for joining. My name is Chizzy Odua, Chizoba Odua, but just call me Chizzy for short. For some people, Chizoba is long. So I'm a mother of 4 and a wife to Sergio Odua. And briefly, my academic background is in library science, you know, which taught me the value of knowledge and information. Yeah, but guess what? Along the line, I discovered something important. Knowledge is powerful. But then applied knowledge, you know, transforms life. That transforms life is even more powerful. So that was what made me, that realization led me to step into something more vibrant and more impactful. So today, I work as a lifestyle modification coach, you know, helping people make simple daily life changes that can improve their health, that can improve their energy, that can improve their overall quality of life. What I'll be sharing with you today is not theory from textbook, but my personal journey. How simple lifestyle changes, including using natural wellness products like aloe vera gel and the other products can, you know, help reverse high blood pressure. How personally it's helped me reverse my high blood pressure and made me gain control of my health again. So before we start, I would like to ask us a simple question. Just a very simple question, which you yourself you can answer in the chat box there. How many of us has visited the hospital in the last 3 months? How many of us has visited the hospital in the last 3 months? Not necessarily visiting the hospital because you are sick, but visiting the hospital just to see people around there, to know what is happening there. How many of us? I would like it to be conversational. So let me see in the chat box. Just be sincere, be honest. If you have visited the hospital in the last 3 months, you can say yes. But if you have not, just put no. I want to see the reactions there, please. Let's go. If you have visited the hospital in the last 3 months, say yes. If you have not visited, no. Okay. I can see some yes. I can also see some no. We're more than 20, we're more than 30 in this house. So I'm just seeing I'm just seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Okay, so with these little one answers, we can progress and move ahead. Now, I'm going to give us just a little assignment. I know you'll be wondering, this kind of presenter that I just started, you're giving assignments. Yes, I'm going to give us, all of us, a little assignment. And the assignment is, you're not going to submit to me, you're just going to submit to yourself to ask yourself questions after doing the assignment. So the assignment is, before the end of this month, today is 9th, I guess. Yeah, today is 9th of March. So before the end of March, before the end of this month of March, just make out a little time. Spare out like 30 minutes of your time. Visit any hospital of your choice. It could be a private hospital. It could be a general hospital. It could be an orthopedic hospital. Any hospital of your choice around you, or just anywhere you like. Just make out the time and visit a hospital of your choice. You're not visiting the hospital because you're going there to do anything. But what I want you to do is that when you visit the hospital, you can just sit in the waiting room for some minutes. Just sit down there, wait like 10 to 20 minutes and watch people that are going in, people that are coming out. Just watch. By the time you sit there 20 minutes, 30 minutes, you'll be able to see a lot of people coming in. You will see the young ones, you will see the elderly, you will see the middle-aged ones coming in. And a lot of people maybe are holding their chest because of one thing happening to them. And you see a lot of people, they are checking their blood pressure time over time. They'll check it. After checking, they'll recheck again. They'll recheck because why are they checking? Because they want to be sure of the figure, the numbers they are getting. So that is just a little assignment I'm giving to you. Then, like I always tell people, there are 3 places that you need to visit as a living human being. One of them is the prison. Have you ever visited a prison? You need to visit a prison at least before your lifetime ends. Visit a prison. Visit a mortuary and then visit a hospital. Visiting a prison will help you understand the power of freedom. Visiting a mortuary will help you to understand the
vanity. And they look for where to put that. I was in the class where you people from.
Hello?
I was in the
Zoom
class.
Somebody is interrupting. Okay.
Okay, now.
So let's continue. So, like I said, visiting a prison will see the power of freedom that you have. God has given you an eye. And visiting a mortuary will tell you the vanity of life and the fragility of life. And then the one that concerns us that we're talking about now, which I've given you a little assignment to do, is the hospital. Visiting a hospital will show you why you should value your health, why you should value your life. When you visit the hospital, that will show you that health should be of priority to you. That will show you that health should be one of the things that matters most to you. So what I'm going to share with us this evening is just my simple life experience. Like I said initially, before I started, I don't really have any slides to share for now. But just listen to me as I share my little story of how I was able to reverse high blood pressure So another question to you, have you ever been, have you ever walked into a hospital, you were feeling somehow, you were not feeling okay, you walked into a hospital, and after seeing the doctor or while in the process of seeing him, the doctor announced to you that your blood pressure is high, and instantly what begins to run through your mind is heart issues, sickness, and different kinds of things. So that was my reality many years ago, like precisely 5 years ago. That was my reality. I felt, unusually myself. And to myself, I said, because personally, I don't like doing self-medication, even if it's malaria. Somehow I was feeling it's malaria. But because I don't like self-medication, I told my husband, let me go to the hospital and run, series of tests, check my vital signs, and then do do tests, malaria tests. So even if I'm going to take malaria treatment, let me know the exact one I'm going to take, if it's 1+ or 2+ and all that, to know the level of malaria in my body. So, but unfortunately, getting there, after doing all the vital signs, the doctor announced to me that I have high blood pressure. My blood pressure was very high, unusually high. It was up to 170/90 something, which all of us know that it's above the normal and it's high. So that was how I was diagnosed of high blood pressure, because the doctor asked me a series of questions. He discovered in the answers I gave him that there is high blood, there is origin of high blood pressure in my family. My mom, my dad had high blood pressure those days. So instantly he told me that I have to be on the medication. I have to be placed on the medication. And I asked him a question. I asked, for how long will I be on this medication if I start now? He said, for life. So when he said for life, that triggered me. I said, be on blood pressure for life. In fact, to tell you that even for 3 days, when he asked me to start the medication, I refused to start it. 3 days after, I went back to the hospital again. I told him, they checked again. It was still exactly the same point where it was. So I had no choice than to start those medications, the BP medications then. But then I told myself, because like I told you, I changed my background from a library science, from being a librarian to what I am now. By then, that was just the beginning of my newfound, area. So immediately I swung into action. I told myself, I even called my mentor, Mrs. Seperigen. I called and told her the things that the doctor has already told me. She said, okay, that I shouldn't be afraid, I shouldn't worry, I should just start the medication. But alongside the medication, these products, especially aloe vera gel, that I should just start taking them instantly, immediately. So that was how I started taking these products, and I was working hand in hand with my doctor. She was taking, she asked me to be taking charts of my BP. I started immediately. I started within 2 months, within 3 months that I started taking these medications, and also the aloe vera gel and other supplements. But immediately that I started, what I did first was to cleanse my system. That was, the advice that my mentor gave me. Mr. Seperigen said, cleanse your system, because for a long time, you have been eating, you have been doing a lot of things, and you have not done any detox program. Cleanse your system. So that was what I did. And I cleansed my system with aloe vera gel and the combo pack called Clean 9 for 9 days. Then I continued with other products, which I also use. And to the glory of God, by the time I took it 3 months, I started getting results. I started feeling better. I started seeing results. It was coming down, but by then it wasn't exactly the number where it's supposed to be. So I continued till, I'll tell you that I did a lot of lifestyle changes. First of all, I changed my lifestyle of eating anyhow, eating junk food. A lot of us are guilty of that. You come out, you maybe because of traffic and everything, you might not eat in the morning. By the time you come out, you're eating meat pie, you're drinking Coke, you're drinking Fanta, you're drinking malt, eating different things. So that was the first thing I stopped. Like I said, because I know the value of information. And I started attending a lot of trainings on all these lifestyle modifications and how to reverse the situation back to normal. So I resumed new lifestyle of changing everything that I was eating. Then I reduced all the junk. In fact, I stopped all the junk food entirely. I swung into action of doing exercises. I was doing up to 5,000 steps. I started with 2,000, 3,000. I increased to 5,000. At a point, I was doing up to 10,000 steps, at least 5 to 6 times in a week. I do my exercises. And then the third lifestyle modification, which helped me a lot, is the supplementation, which I have already, told you people that was part of what made everything to be cleared. And to the glory of God, within 7 months of doing this together alongside with my medication, by the time I was going to meet my doctor, she was the one, Dr. Coco, she was the one that was asking me, what exactly were you doing? I told her. And at a point, I started reducing my medication, separating it down from 10 mg to 5 mg. From 5 mg, I started doing 2 to 3 times in a week, doing it every other day. So that was how, at the end of the day, I was able to be off the BP medication. And this is exactly 5 years now, I'm out of BP medication. So just like it worked for me, if you're hearing my voice today, we've not come to sell anything to you, but we've come to tell you, change your lifestyle and start taking all these supplements and aloe vera gel. Aloe vera gel, like I tell people, the first thing it does for you is it clears your gut system. A lot of people will be wondering, this gut system we're talking about. But a simple explanation of gut system, that when I was trying to read more about it, and the simple explanation that a lay person would understand it is, the gut system is like, when you come to your house, your security gates in your house, the good security gates you install in your house, that is what the gut system is. That good security gate does not allow anything bad to come into your house. It's exactly the same way your gut system works. It does not allow anything bad to come into your when you have worked on it and have a good gut system, it clears it. It's like a foundation for your health. So aloe vera gel, that is one of the main things it does. Digestive system, clearing your digestive system is good. So much. It helps you to detoxify. Like I asked a lot of people, you spend money on your generator. Now, everybody in Nigeria, you know what is happening in the country. For the past 1 week, there have been no light. I'm sure the same way is in Lagos, the same way is in Delta State, in Abia. No, apart from Abia, they have a special way now of settling their own. But most of the states in the country, we are having the same issue of no light. When there's no light, the generators are on. Like in my compound now, about 2 apartments, we are just 2 apartments here, but we have up to 3 or 4 generators, everybody, so that once this one breaks down, you switch on to the other one. And these generators, we service them on monthly basis to make sure that once the NEPA light is not on, your generator will be on. The same way you service your cars. You service the engines that serve you. Then what of your own system, your own body system, your gut system, your body? Have you detoxified it for a year, for 2 years, for 3 years, some people for 10 years, for some people for 20, 30 years of your life? Some of us are in our mid-years, we are in our 50s. You've not done anything tangible to detoxify yourself, to detoxify your system. This is where aloe vera gel comes in. It helps you to detoxify your system, to remove all the toxins that you have accumulated over the years. That is what it does for you. In fact, I introduced aloe vera gel to a friend of mine last week. last week she started with the aloe vera gel, then she now continued with the pack of Clean 9. The testimony she gave me, in fact, I've told her that she needs to make a video and send it so that I can share it to people. Because she told me that on her third day of doing it, something very, like a lump, like an orange, a size of an orange, fell out of her vagina within 3 days of doing this Clean 9. So that will tell you, that will show, because so I now asked her, have you ever done any detox program before? She said no. In fact, she was the one that called me on her own, because she said she has been seeing me posting Clean 9, but she has not really understood what it means. So she called me, I explained to her. She said instantly that she wants to start the next day. In fact, by the time I sent the pack to her, she even started at night. She was supposed to start in the morning to tell you how, anxious she was to start. Instead of starting in the morning, she started with, because, she received the pack in Port Harcourt in the evening around 4. So she said that she was waiting for me to tell her, before I could tell her what to do. She saw where dinner was written. She started with the dinner pack that night. And then I now told her, okay, no problem. Just continue with the breakfast in the morning. So by the time she was so excited, because by the time she did it 3 days, this thing fell out of her body. And she was screaming. She called me and said, "What? That she can't believe that this thing came out of it." Now, no wonder she has been feeling something hooks her by her tummy for years, but she has not been able to, find out what is it. And she has gone for scan. Nothing was seen. So that is it. Like I said, I've come to share this. What I shared with you is just a simple experience of my personal life, and if it saved my life, if it has helped me to have a better health today, you listening to me, you also have experienced such. Well, knowledge is powerful, but like I said, applied knowledge, not just when you listen and gain the knowledge, but what do you do with these informations we have been giving you? These health talks have been going on over and over and over again, but have you for one day applied it? Now, another question I want to ask you, which I want everybody to answer me in the chat box. Nigeria has been rated as one of the lowest mortality rates, having the lowest mortality rates all over the world. In fact, when I was Googling it, I felt so sad, just like my mentor said. I felt so sad that even Chad is even ahead of us. Even Somalia, they're ahead of us. Nigeria is just in the list. So the question I want to ask now, because we have gone past, talking over again, is now what we need now is action. Are we ready to count ourselves and our family members, our loved ones out of this number? 54 years to 56 years is the rate that we have now. While a lot of countries, US, Japan, they're having 80, 90 years. They're expected to live up to 80, 90 years. Now, in Nigeria, if you see anybody that is up to 80 years, we'll be saying, thank God, thank God. In fact, if you even see somebody that has lived up to 70 years, some obituaries that are bringing out now, you see 70, 71, and everybody will be saying, he tried though, thank God, this. But God has given us something good, something miraculous that will help us to be out of this number. So I want us to chat on the chat box. Tell me, are you ready to count yourself out of this? Just yes or no. It's a simple answer, a simple question that requires a simple answer. Are you ready to count yourself out of this number? Are you ready to count yourself out of this number? Are you ready to count your family out of this number? Out of these 54 years, 56 years of age, that is the rates that they are giving us. Are you ready to count yourself out of it? Because what we want now is just action. We don't want to come and be talking and we'll spend hours and talk to people, and at the end of the day, they will tell the presenter, thank you, nice presentation. Thank you for talking to us. Thank you for sharing. We want action now. My mentor has explained how the aloe vera challenge is going to be 30 days. Just give yourself, open up yourself, talk to your family members, talk to your friends, talk to your loved ones, people whom you would love to see out of this number, out of this bad figure that they have presented to us online, everywhere, even World Health Organization, even just Google it on your own. Make out time and Google and see it koro with your eyes that Nigeria is in the list. Thank you. I'm seeing a lot of yes, I'm ready 100%. Yes, I'm ready. For others who have not answered, I need you to answer. If you're not responding now, then when you get home, I will need you to, on your own, respond to yourself. Are you ready to count? Because it's self-leading. You need to lead yourself out of it first. Are you ready to bring out yourself out of this number? Then when you bring out yourself, start taking the aloe vera gel. Whether you are an LBO, you are a distributor or not, or whether you are a new person that is just hearing our voice now, are you ready to bring out yourself out of this number? What we are going into now is just action. Let's bring out ourselves out of this number because it's too much. The collapsing every day is too much. Or are you not seeing it? Are you not hearing it? If you're not seeing, I think you'll be hearing. Are you not hearing people collapsing on daily basis? Are you not hearing people sleeping and not waking up on daily basis? Are you not seeing people or hearing people collapsing, having one thing or the other, slumping while they are walking? And I want to tell you that, this thing starts from years back. You might be seeing yourself that you're healthy, you look healthy, but then inside a lot of things are going wrong. These collapses and slumping and sleeping and not waking up, people, these signals have been there for 15 years, 10 years, 20 years, but we ignored the signals. You have headaches, you have heartache, you have different things, you have bloating, you have high sugar, you have so many things. You have high blood pressure. A lot of people, millions of Nigerians, in fact, not only Nigerians, all over the world, people are working with high blood pressure. And do you know the funny thing? A lot of people don't even know that they have high blood pressure. It's only when you have these signals come out, or only when you go to do your checks, to do your checkup and check your vital signs, maybe consistently, that you'll be able to know. But a lot of people don't know that they have high blood pressure. That is why we keep seeing people slumping. Last week, a video was shared of someone who was exercising, and he slumped and died. That video was shared in our platform. So people were asking, does anybody know him, so that they can, at least, let the family know that this person has slumped. And immediately he slumped, people tried to revive him, but no way. It could be that the blood flow to his heart, a lot of plaques, a lot of cholesterol, bad cholesterol have blocked all the arteries. And he didn't know he was exercising. He was seeing himself that he's doing the right thing, exercising. Like I always tell people, you don't even supposed to be jogging. These days, you're not supposed to be jogging because you don't know the state of your heart. Do you know the state of your heart? Don't know the state of your heart. So that's why we, in the lifestyle modification team, we encourage you, do brisk walk. Do brisk walk. Don't go and be jogging because along the line you're jogging, you are supposed to exercise, is supposed to be helpful to help you to live a good life. But then because you don't know the state of your heart, and then you could just slump and collapse, and that will be the end. Maybe the blood is not flowing well to your heart or to your brain. For some people who are lucky, when the blood is not flowing well to their brain, they can just have stroke, and then it could be revived by taking some medications and then also with lifestyle modification. But then those who are not lucky, instantly, the life just leaves. I don't know, maybe because in Nigeria, we have been, a lot of us have been brainwashed with our Christianity and everything. They tell you, pray, 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 pray. Yes, we all belong to ministries of prayers. I belong to a ministry of prayer. I even belong to a ministry of where we visit hospitals. That's why I asked you that question when we started initially. Have we visited a hospital? Because I belong to a ministry where from time to time, quarterly, every month, we visit hospitals to check on people, sometimes to pay their bills. There are some people who have been in the hospital, especially government hospitals. They have discharged them, but they can't even leave the hospital because they don't have money to pay for their bills. But because most of us have been brainwashed, we believe that prayer solves everything. In fact, last week I was talking to a friend, to a colleague. We were just discussing, because anywhere I am now, that is what I preach to you. Modify your lifestyle. changes? Have you started doing this? Have you started doing that? I was talking to her, I was telling her. I told her that a lot of people walk with arteries that are clogged. A lot of people walk around with bad cholesterol. And at the end of the day, slumping, collapsing, dying and sleeping and not waking up is just so common. So I told her that we cannot wish away bad, clogged arteries. The prayer cannot remove the clogged arteries. He said, oh, how can you, she said, Lambasimi, how can you say that? You that is even a child of God, how can you say that prayer cannot take away the clogged arteries? You see, that is where our problems lie most of the time. We believe that we can pray out everything. So tell me, if your arteries have been clogged for years, and you think it just, in a twinkle of an eye, prayer will just remove it. Do you know what clogged arteries mean? Maybe one of our presentations next time, you need to show people how these arteries are clogged, honestly. Let them understand better, because sometimes it enters one ear and it goes out to the other ears. So like I said, my part today is just to share this simple story of mine with you. You can see I don't have any slide to present. Just the story that I've shared with you. It's not a story from textbook or anywhere. It's just my personal life story. And if it works for me, I believe that you hearing my words, it will also work for you. In any situation, whether you don't have any sickness or you have something that have come up, doctors have already diagnosed and have come up, just steps, you apply and get a lot of changes. So I call on you today, this 30 days challenge, enough of the word, enough of the talking. Let's swing into action. Bring your family members. Let's bring I know some of them that is not easy to convince to talk to them, or they are stubborn, that they will talk and they'll say you okay. But this time around, I think we have to be doing it by, especially our loved ones, even if it means by force, forcing them, sending it to them, and monitor and make sure that they start taking it. Because these numbers that we are seeing, 54 years, 56 years, and do you know what? People less than years, people less than 40 years, people less than 50 years are already part of this number. People are going, collapsing, dying. It's not funny anymore. To me, it's not funny. And I know to all of us who are here, gathered here today, for you to have joined this presentation today, it's not funny today. So Nigerians are collapsing and dying. It's not as if we are not hardworking. It's not as if we are not good. It's not as if, but because of most times our lifestyle, but this time around, let's change by, putting into action what we have had today, the presentation we have had today. Let's improve on our lifestyle, because the food we eat, whether you like it or not, that's what I tell people. A lot of people come and tell I eat, when you want to introduce to them, lifestyle modification. And especially when it comes to nutrition, start to drink aloe vera gel. It will help you because it has a lot of nutrients. It's a miracle plant. When you want to introduce it to them, they tell you they're eating healthy, that this, they don't want that. But I'll still, at the end of the day, I'll still tell you whether you want it, whether you believe it or not, whether you like it or not. The food we are eating today is not what it used to be those days. A lot of fertilizers, a lot of chemicals, a lot of people see videos circulating up and down in the social media, how they inject on the watermelons, how they inject on, what's it called, Odala, this African apple. They inject on it and it's so sweet. People are licking. They inject saccharin on it. So many things that they inject on. Then even the rice we eat, the beans we eat, they preserve them with chemicals. Sniper, you and I know what sniper is. It can kill instantly, but they inject it. They put sniper to preserve them. So when they are doing all this, sometimes you can't run away from all these things. Will you say you will not eat beans again, or you will not eat certain things again? But the only way out now is for us to start taking these miracle plants called aloe vera gel. It will help to cleanse your body, detox all these chemicals and all these toxins that we have consumed over the years, and we are still consuming, because they're not going to stop. All these people who are injecting all this, they're not going to stop. If you're waiting for them, they are catching these ones, a new set is starting. So if you're waiting for them to stop, that they are not going to stop in the nearest future. And our government, they're not helping us. So I'm telling you now, to round up, I'm telling you that Your health is fully your responsibility. Stop waiting on the government. Stop waiting on another individual. Stop waiting on your wife. Stop waiting on your siblings. Stop waiting on your husband for him to come and take care of you. Start with yourself, your personal self. Your health is fully your responsibility. And when you start, wellness will, like they say, prevention is cheaper and safer at the long run for you. So thank you for joining us. All that
Thank you. Thank you so much. Amazing lady. I love listening to you.